out of these old cookbooks, the 1966 Woman's Day Encyclopedia cookbooks. I've been reading them in case I get picked for MasterChef. And that way I know more about definitions and stuff. But anyway, I saw something this morning I wanted to try. It's called the American Cheese Fritters. And it is actually just under cheese, I believe. It's not under a state. Yeah, just under cheese. So we're going to get started with this. I'm going to tell you what's in it. It has biscuit mix, and we have Southern biscuit mix that we're using. And you can use whatever biscuit mix that you have. It asks for 2 cups. It asks for American cheese cubed, but I'm going to use pepper jack because it calls for some hot sauce, which I'm not going to use. I'm going to use a little pepper jack and a little cheddar, and I'm going to chop those. Calls for Worcestershire, an egg, a half cup of milk, and some onion, and that's it. And so we got some oil over here preheating. It says to get it to 365 degrees, and it's got a while to go. So I figure it'll be getting warm while we're mixing this up. And the first thing we're going to do is chop up our onion. I just got out some green onion because me and Chris went by the grocery store yesterday because it tells you to dice them. Let's see how much onion it says. It says a tablespoon, so I think one of these will be fine.
It's not very much onion, is it?
No. And
did you
so,
turn these microphones on?
Yes, sir.
Okay.
I did. It's good to have everybody with us today. It's Saturday, and the rivers here in South Georgia are still rising. It said they were going to be continuing to rise over the weekend, I believe. And I don't know if 17 is still flooded or not, but I looked on the news this morning and it looked like it was. So it says to mince this, y'all. So I went ahead and sliced it really small or thin. And now I'm going to chop it really little because dicing something means tiny pieces, okay? And then we'll go over it one more time too. Yeah, I've been reading about terms, and last night I learned how to make aioli sauce. I didn't know how to do that. Y'all have to remember that even if I've been cooking on the show since 2017, I very rarely watch the Food Network. I watch MasterChef and Hell's Kitchen, and I watch Top Chef. But those are really the only shows that me and Chris really watch. And so I need to brush up on a few things because there's some things I absolutely don't know. And a lot of y'all are foodies, and so y'all watch that kind of stuff all the time, and you probably know more about some things than I do. I like to think I'm versatile, but I stay in my own kitchen most of the time, and when I get out of here, I don't spend a lot of time watching cooking shows like a lot of y'all do. Thank goodness y'all do. Thank goodness you do. All right, looks like we're going to have about 2 tablespoons at least, and you're just going to make it really tiny. And I am accomplishing that. It looks really little. And that's what you want. I thought this would be prettier than a regular onion anyway because it's green going in. Don't you? I do. All right, we're going to chop this up. It says dice it. And now these are going to be...
Say cube. Did it say cube?
Yes.
Okay.
I'm going to make them pretty small, though. Now, you could always use... grated cheese if you want to, but I imagine they want a little bit bigger pieces in it. So I'm going to go down the opposite direction as well. Like I said, you can use processed American cheese if you've got it. I just didn't have any. It calls for some hot sauce, but I'm not using that because I'm using this pepper jack. And so that's about how big I think the cubes ought to be, because this has got to cook in a deep fryer, or I'm using my skillet, and you want the biscuit to get done in the middle. If you know, we made those fried biscuits the other night, and it took a few minutes for them to get done right in the center. And so you want this cheese to get hot enough and warm enough to melt.
I would think it's about like, like those mozzarella sticks were the other day when we did those.
Well, they sure did melt fast.
Yeah, but they were bigger.
Yes. And they didn't have batter wrapped around them, so.
Yeah.
We'll see. We'll see how it is. I've never made this recipe. Show them the recipe in the book. It's right there in the top left corner.
Right there. American cheese fritters.
And I haven't had anything. Well, yeah, I did have a small slice of pizza for lunch, and so this will be a good snack. All right, so there's some cheese. It says 1.5 cups of cheese, and to me, that's a good cup of cheese. So I'm just going to chop up a little bit more of cheddar. Not a lot. And that'll be plenty of cheese. So if you're just tuning in, we are Collard Valley Cooks. I grew up in Northwest Georgia and on a farm. Daddy did mostly cattle, not fields of, he didn't do vegetables and stuff except what he needed to feed the cows. He did beef cows. And so when I was little, we raised pigs. And so I grew up in the country. And now me and my husband live on the Georgia coast, not right on the coast, but down here where the marsh is, on the east side of Georgia, south of Savannah is where we live now. So there we have it. We're going to crack an egg. And it says to serve this with tart jelly. The tartest jelly I got is a mixture of strawberries, cherries, red currants, and raspberries, which I think will work good. All right. So we are going to just mix this all together. So I'm going to start with my biscuit mix. Well, I may start with my liquids. Beat them up good.
I wonder what kind of biscuit mix they had in 1966. Like if it was like.
It's not quite to 320 yet. Probably biscuit.
I think it was probably.
Yeah, more than likely.
Yeah.
Or they just mixed up some.
Yeah.
Biscuit mix is nothing more than just whatever you would make your biscuits with without the milk. So shortening, butter or butter or both, whatever you use, and your flour with the baking powder, salt. In other words, it's self-rising. Biscuit mix is self-rising already. So we beat up our milk and egg. And now we're going to put in our biscuit mix, and it's 2 cups. How much Worcestershire? I better put that in there, that way it gets mixed in good. A teaspoon of this. So I'll eyeball it. Some Worcestershire. A lot of people say, what's this here sauce? What's this sheer sauce? All right. 2 cups of biscuit mix. This is the best biscuit mix on the entire planet. If you love Bisquick and you've never tried this, I urge you to try it because it blows it out of the water. It's the best stuff ever. And it's so funny because Chris went to the grocery store and he came home with 2 bags of this. I was like, woohoo, we found some. And because I love this stuff. And me and him weren't able to use it when we were sponsored for a while. And now we can use it again, and I'm so excited because I love to cook with it. It makes the best pancakes and biscuits and anything else, really.
And it's easy.
Yes, and it's easy. All right. Now I'm going to mix in the cheese. Oh, I forgot the onion. Oh, that's going to make it good, good, good. Good, good, good. Cheese. If you're just coming in, we're making cheese fritters. And you know what I've learned reading these books is all the fritters that is made in these books, whether they're banana or apple, they use a whole piece of fruit and they dip it into the batter and then they fry it.
See, that's what I was thinking it would happen with this cheese. It'd be like
dipped into it.
Yeah, like every little lump would be.
No, it said to mix it up like this and drop it by the spoonfuls into the grease. Okay. All right, so we're going to mix this up. I bet these are going to be delicious. When I seen the recipe, and I think the green onion will make it even better.
Oh, yeah.
You cannot go wrong using a green onion. And nothing. That looks good. Okay, I don't want to make them too big because I want them to get done, y'all. So I'm going to use a smaller spoon to drop them. We're going to use a standard tablespoon. And you can come over here on my left, Chris. And we're going to start dropping this. This is at 340. I'm going to go ahead and drop one because I want these to cook for a few minutes before they get brown. Of course, that cheese may melt, and I may have to... See, I think the lower, the better, but I could be wrong.
$365 is pretty hot.
Yes, it is.
$350 is a little more.
Because this is... You remember when we did the puffs the other night?
Yeah.
It took them a little bit, of time to get done right in the middle. And I would think because this is a biscuit, it would be the same way. So if you're going to go wrong on this one, that would be probably where you would go wrong is...
better off too cool than too hot.
Yes. Getting them too brown too quick. I want you to look. That one flipped over without me flipping it over. How weird is that? I don't think that's ever happened before. It just has a mind of its own. Well, this is a pretty batter. Look, that one did too.
And that's how they're going to do it.
Oh, my stars, y'all. How cool is that?
You can just sit here and watch them flip
Maybe
over.
it's because the bottom gets done and rises and the flour, the biscuit part gets puffy and it gets light. So the heaviness from the top makes it flip upside down. I bet that's what it is. Does that make sense?
Yep.
In other words, the more done they are, the airier they are. See, that one just did it. That one just did it. What about that?
Got a life of their own, don't they?
Yes. So what's happening, y'all, is when that biscuit gets done, it turns lighter. And I'm going to turn this off. I don't think we need it. This is not smoking. Sorry. So what happens, that biscuit gets light as it gets done. I'm going to go ahead and flip this one because it was the first one I put in. Some of the cheese, that one just flipped.
I don't think that was the first. Well, I don't know.
Yeah, it was too.
Think so?
Oh, yeah. I know so.
Okay.
Now the cheese is starting to come out of them. Well, that's all right, too. So have you ever made these? Let us know. I may make several of these quick breads out of these books because I saw several things I really liked the looks of. You flip back over there, you stinker bug. I want you to get brown on the other side, turkey. It's just not going to. Okay, the first one I put in is this one.
Check it out.
Yep, we're going to half it and see if it's done on the inside. No, not quite.
Yeah.
Not quite. So you need to leave them in there a few minutes, y'all. Even if the cheese looks like it's coming, you know, out some, that's all right. Everybody loves fried cheese. We'll just strain it out of the oil when we're done.
You could drop it in like a teaspoon, couldn't you?
What?
Wouldn't it be easier if you drop it in a teaspoon instead of a tablespoon? So it's not quite so big.
Oh, well, you could. Yeah, it says it makes 20. This is 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8.
That's about right on it.
Yeah, it's close. I'll make this next batch a little smaller, y'all.
Okay.
And let me get out a teaspoon. We'll make the next batch with teaspoons. But I think your temperature needs to be about where I got it because they're nice and golden. It said 365, but mine is right about 310 degrees. And I think that's a better temperature to keep them from...
Well, it started off about 340, but it dropped, of course.
Right. It keeps them from getting brown too quick, and they're going to have time to get done.
Yeah, that's pretty big. Okay.
Mm-hmm.
It's like a cheese hush puppy.
No, it's not got cornmeal in it.
Yeah, it looks like it.
It does look like a hush puppy.
Yeah.
I think these are done now. All right, we're going to take these out. If you're just coming on, we are making cheese fritters. Look at that cheese that came out. That looks so good, don't it?
Fried cheese.
Fried cheese. So the cheese that has kind of escaped is actually kind of sticking to them.
Kind of wild looking.
No, it looks delicious. And it looks delicious. Now, you can put hot sauce in yours if you want it. But like I said, I didn't. I don't want to put that on my thing. Let me grab the cheese out of here, baby, with a strainer. Just stay where you are, honey bun, before you fall down. All right, come here to me. We're going to get the extra cheese out, y'all, so that it don't get too brown while the other ones are cooking. If you don't have a thermometer, they're really nice to have in the kitchen, even if your mama didn't have one. My mama didn't. But they're really nice to have if you don't have a deep fryer and you like to fry stuff, because I sure do. It's really nice to get these skillets that are, that's all the cheese. It's really nice to get these skillets that are deep like this. Iron skillets too. They do a really good job frying stuff. All right, this time teaspoon size. So these have hunks of cheddar. It said use American, but y'all, my favorite cheese is not American. So I used pepper jack mostly, and then a cheddar, mild, a medium cheddar, I believe it was a medium. Actually. Man, could you imagine if y'all are getting together? What kind of, right now everybody's watching baseball, aren't they?
Yeah, a lot of people are watching the Olympics. And
if you're getting together with family or friends to watch the Olympics or a ball game or whatever it is you're doing,
football's in about 3 weeks.
This is something that you can mix up really quick. And boy, would they think you were awesome. It would be like, now that is a good snack, a good appetizer to have. And y'all, it just took a minute to make it, especially when you got this biscuit mix. Now, if you don't have biscuit mix, of course, you could just make your own. And of course, I have recipes in my cookbooks for biscuit mix. But my recipe for biscuit mix in the cookbook tells you to use a KitchenAid mixer. So if you don't have one of those, then you just have to hand make your own. Let's taste this cheese. Why don't we?
Okay.
This is just some of the fried cheese. That's so good. Oh my stars, that's delicious. You can't go wrong with fried cheese. That one's already flipped.
Ranch and hot sauce mixture. Yeah, that probably would be pretty good with it.
Yeah.
There's probably all kind of different stuff you could dip it in. What else do y'all think we could dip it in?
Yeah, y'all tell us what sauces you think this would be best dipped in. It's cheesy, has onion, the pepper jack, which is a little bit of heat, not much. Now, the pepper jack can be pretty hot. It's just according to what you call hot. So let us know what you think would be good dipped in. I'm sure people would love it in ranch. Everybody loves ranch, don't they?
Oh, yeah. Everybody likes ranch. I mean, well, we need to taste it before we, because they said to put it in a, what'd you say?
A tart jelly.
Tart jelly.
I guess they made these for breakfast. Now, a tart jelly might mean a relish of some sort.
Yeah.
You stay upside down, you turkey. I'm going to have to hold that one upside down. It's being mean. It's just too heavy on the other side. I want to lay right for me. I'm going to go ahead and taste one with the jelly that we have while these finish frying up. And then we'll try it with some ranch. And then we'll let Chris taste both of them. By then, these will be ready, or they should be.
Blue cheese dip.
Yeah, I love blue cheese. But now they've got cheese in them already, so
yeah.
You could even sprinkle them with parm if you wanted to.
Yeah.
If you want to go all out. All right, let's get one or two. Well, we'll just get one for now. Okay. And let me get this one because it's got all those cheesy bits around it.
Mm-hmm.
And I'm going to put a little jelly out on my plate. And we're going to try it like they said to try it. And then I'll get out the ranch dressing. I believe I've got some. Just Hidden Valley buttermilk ranch.
Jalapeno
I am not a
ranch.
ranch. I'm sorry, but I'm not a ranch person. Chris is.
Mm-hmm.
The only thing I have ranch in is my chicken tenders that I love. Send my recipe for those.
French onion dip.
Yeah, that would be good.
Red pepper jelly.
Which is sour cream.
Yeah, I think the red pepper jelly is kind
First,
of.
I want to taste it by itself and see how much flavor it has. Okay. It has a lot of flavor already, y'all. It's really good. The texture on the outside is like a hush puppy, but on the inside it tastes like a biscuit. Mm-hmm. That even is better.
Really?
Look at the cheese in it. See the cheese? Yeah, I think it's good with the jelly. But you know me, I love jelly.
Mm-hmm.
That's delicious.
So this is for fruit.
Yeah, this is made in, let's see where this is made.
France.
Huh?
France.
Product of France. Yummy. All right, let's get over here and get these out, and then I'll let Chris taste. And I'm not going to try them with ranch because I'm not, like I said, I'm not a ranch fan. Make sure you do not cook them up at a high temperature. I'm not going to put the temperature they had on the thing. I'm going to make it 310.
Now, somebody was asking about reusing the grease. Yeah, you could use it, I guess, for several batches. But I would not save this grease.
I would save this grease.
It's had cheese in it.
So?
break it?
All you have to do is strain it.
Okay.
It's got a little onion flavor. So just remember that when you're going to fry whatever it is you want to fry the next time. Do you want that hint of onion flavor? I think it would be good to fry stuff in myself. I really do. There's no meat or anything in here, so absolutely you can reuse this oil.
Well, it's got cheese.
Yeah, but cheese is not something you got to worry about.
Okay. Well, I would not reuse it.
Well, I would. So y'all can trust me or Chris, either one.
Disagreement. A terrible, terrible disagreement.
I think it would be great to reuse, especially for like country fried steak.
Mm-hmm.
Whew, be really good to use.
They're not a whole lot smaller, are they?
No, they're not.
They're puffed up.
They really rise. That good biscuit mix. Mm-hmm. Now, if you make yours with Bisquick,
and it's not going
to I guarantee you they won't be as good. I'm serious. They're not going to be as good. This biscuit mix
is like real biscuits.
Is like a real biscuit. It is the best biscuit mix on the planet, in my opinion, period. If you can get it, get it. If you can't, then you can use the Bisquick if that's all you can get. Absolutely. But you know what I would do? If that's all I could get, I would mix up my own. I personally do not use Bisquick. It just does not taste like a real biscuit mix to me. You know, like you grew up eating or whatever. Okay.
Bisquick tastes like Bisquick.
Yeah, and it's got all those little dots all in it.
Yeah.
I don't know. It's just funny. I just am funny about it. Now, a lot of y'all love it. My mama used it occasionally. Mostly for sausage balls is what most people use it for. And for sausage balls, you got so much flavor in them that's pretty much okay too. All right, I'm going to let Chris taste this. This is Southern Biscuit Mix. Let me tell you a little bit about it. It's out of Redwood Mills in North Carolina. And it is really good. I do know that a lot of the Bojangles use it to mix their biscuits with. I love Bojangle biscuits myself. A lot of restaurants use it. And so you can find it at your grocery store. Where'd you get this one at?
We got it at Food Lion.
Food Lion. We found it at our Food Lion. And so there you have it. I'm going to let Chris taste these fritters. You want to get one that's fresh or you want to get?
I'll take a bite out of that. Why not?
I want you to open up one and see if the cheese will pull apart for them. Let's see. Let's get a hot one.
It's really, really strange because you look at it and it looks like a hush puppy. And you think it's going to be like a hush puppy, and it's not.
It kind of is on the outside.
Yeah, on the outside. But on the inside.
You just didn't get in the cheese pocket there.
Yeah, I didn't get a piece of cheese.
All right, here we go.
Oh, that's good.
It's real good. Did you taste it with the?
I just tasted the. Well, what's so cool is you got the fried cheese taste on the outside, and then the
onion and the biscuit.
Wow. And the jelly. Well, I can.
Let me get down here and then go slow up to you, so I can get it.
Okay. So jelly.
Going pretty fast there, dear. You like it with the sweet? Because I sure did.
That's good.
All right, try it with the ranch. All right, he's going to try one with ranch dressing, y'all.
Buttermilk ranch.
Cheap kind out of the refrigerator.
Mm-hmm. Man, it's so different.
I mean, both of them are really good, but it's really.
I hope y'all can hear the crunch of it.
It's crunchy.
It's delicious. Super flaky on the outside.
Either one. I mean, you could eat them either way.
They're absolutely delicious. And this is a recipe from an old cookbook from 1966. One of the things I liked about these cookbooks, it's in this one. I'm going to show it to you. Because it's old, their pictures and stuff are funny. And I was going to show you chicken. The chicken picture they have in here is so funny.
You want me to do that?
Yeah. Where's my chicken? There he is. Isn't he funny?
1966 chicken.
Yeah.
That's what they look like.
I guess that's what they're, back then we used clip art. Y'all know clip art. And it was probably a new thing back in that day. And that looks really pretty. So, all right, y'all. I hope y'all enjoyed our live today on a Saturday. And I'm going to eat me a few of these.
I think it would be good with a buffalo, with like a hot
buffalo sauce.
Ranch. Well, a ranch with a little touch of heat.
Or even a buffalo sauce. If you like buffalo sauce, it's really going to be good with anything.
Yeah. I
can guarantee you that, because it's just flat good. Even if you just eat them by themselves, it's delicious.
I might like it best by itself.
Okay. Y'all, come over here and let's see if we can get in a pocket of cheese, just in case. I'd like to be able to see y'all to see one pulled apart with cheese in it. But I'm not going to be successful.
It may kind of disintegrate in it.
I know, it might just kind of blend in with the mix. Oh, that's good. Oh my goodness, that's delicious. And if you've got an air fryer, you can just take these. We'll save them. Let them cool all the way down. Put them in a bag. Put them in the refrigerator. Take them out, lay them in your air fryer. Put it on about 300 degrees for about 5 minutes or so. And they're going to be crunchy and delicious and wonderful, warmed up as well. We will see you next time on Collard Valley Cooks, where I bring you good old recipes like Mama made. Bye, y'all. Love ya.